Theravada Buddhism, the teachings of the elders, is a path of personal transformation. It emphasizes direct experience and meditation. The ultimate goal is enlightenment, also known as Bodhi. This is a state of profound understanding. It frees us from suffering. Theravada Buddhism is a way of life. It's not just a philosophy. It teaches us to see the world clearly. We learn to understand our own minds. Through this understanding, we find true peace. This peace is not dependent on external circumstances. Theravada Buddhism is a journey of self-discovery. It is a process of letting go of our attachments. We learn to live in the present moment. This allows us to experience true happiness. This happiness is not fleeting. It is not based on external conditions. The teachings of Theravada Buddhism are profound and practical. They offer a way to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. By following the path laid out by the Buddha, we can find true liberation. This liberation is not just for ourselves, it is for the benefit of all beings. Enlightenment is the heart of Theravada Buddhism. It is the complete liberation from suffering. This suffering, called dukkha, is an inherent part of life. It includes physical and emotional pain. It also includes the dissatisfaction that comes from impermanence. To achieve enlightenment, we must first understand suffering. We must see it clearly in our own lives. This requires honesty and courage. We must be willing to face our own pain. We must also be willing to see the pain of others. Suffering arises from attachment. We cling to things that are impermanent. This causes us pain when those things change or disappear. We also cling to our own views and opinions. This creates conflict and suffering. Enlightenment is the realization that suffering is optional. We can choose to let go of our attachments. We can choose to live in the present moment. This is the path to true happiness and liberation. The path to liberation is the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is not a set of rules. It is a guide to living a skillful and compassionate life. It consists of 8 interconnected aspects: right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Right understanding is seeing the world clearly. It is understanding the 4 noble truths. These truths are the truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, the truth of the end of suffering, and the truth of the path to the end of suffering. Right thought is cultivating positive and wholesome thoughts. This includes thoughts of loving kindness, compassion, and generosity. It also includes thoughts of renunciation and letting go. Right speech is speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. It is avoiding harmful speech such as lying, gossiping, and divisive language. Right action is acting in ways that are ethical and compassionate. This includes refraining from harming living beings, stealing, sexual misconduct, and intoxication. Right livelihood is earning a living in a way that does not harm others. It is choosing a profession that is aligned with our values. Right effort is cultivating wholesome qualities and abandoning unwholesome qualities. It is making a conscious effort to live a life of virtue. Right mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It is being aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them. Right concentration is developing a focused and clear mind. This is achieved through meditation and other mindfulness practices. The path to enlightenment is a gradual one. It requires patience, perseverance, and continuous effort. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but with each step we take, we move closer to our goal. Taking refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha is essential. This means turning to the Buddha as our teacher, the Dharma as our guide, and the Sangha as our community. These 3 jewels provide us with support and inspiration. We must be mindful of the dangers of forgetting our goal. When we lose sight of enlightenment, our practice can become stale and lifeless. We may fall into routines and rituals without understanding their true meaning. Humility is also crucial. We must remember that we are all on this path together. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses. By acknowledging our limitations, we open ourselves up to learning and growth. The journey to enlightenment is a profound and rewarding one. It is a journey that leads to true freedom and happiness. Let us continue to walk this path with courage, compassion, and unwavering determination.